What's up, y'all? Just making sure. Should be able to hear me. I don't think I'm interrupting. Am I? No, I don't believe so. All right, so this is going to be a video. It's going to be a great video. Keep this week rolling. Let's hop in.
Anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons. Truth is, Dungeons and Dragons is actually a few years older than that because they used to be a tabletop miniatures game called Chainmail, three little booklets. But their first official Dungeons and Dragons came out 50 years ago, like a week ago, 50 years in 1 week, right? And it's funny, just for the 50th anniversary, Wizards of the Coast, which has politically put their foot up their rectum, laid off half their people. So that's
in celebration.
in celebration of their 50th anniversary, laid off half their people.
Oh,
all right.
Fuck.
Now, the good news is Tom was out last game, and then I had my birthday, heavens forbid. Tom didn't miss any story because you guys were doing all prep work and organization and stuff like that. But you guys looked at all your rumors, just to recap for Tom, and you chose to go after the ghost ship that's been floating through astral space. And you went to a few bars, you interviewed and bought drinks for people and influenced them, and they told you what little background they know about this ghost ship. And you guys started prepping to go on this adventure. Just so you know, this ghost ship adventure you're going on is an official Dungeons and Dragons campaign setting that was written in 1976. So one of the things that I promised you at the very beginning is all the materials I'm using and all the adventures you go on are from really old and official sources. And I'm digging really back into the archives on this one. And I was so happy that you chose to go this route. So what I'm going to ask is finish your shopping, take as much time as you need, because once you leave the Rock-a-Ball, this is the mall. Once you leave the Rock-a-Ball, you're outside the mall. No more food court, no more weapon shop, blah, blah, blah. Right? Scotty has made some really high-end recommendations to a few people. I guarantee the recommendations Scotty made are over most people's heads. I remember as a game master, because I can prefer game master versus dungeon master because it means something else nowadays. As the game master, even some of these player references that Scotty's been making are over my head because I look at the game from the perspective of the storyteller, not as the player. So I'm going to ask that you guys double check your characters, make adjustments, spend your money.
Now, when you say that we're not coming back to Merchant Shop, do you mean forever, or is this a...
No, you guys are going to go on a quest for days or weeks, and when it's over, then you can come back. I'm just saying when you're out in the field, you're out in the field, right?
I like it. All right, so Tom. Is Tom here?
Tom is here.
Tom is here.
I was gonna put a David Bowie song right then, but go ahead.
If you... Here, let me go back and just copy it for you. There's a few things in this list that I'm sending that are pretty interesting. The legendaries you can't afford. However, a majority of it you can.
You get chicken. You can't afford the steak.
Good timing. Scott doing his best Patrick Stewart.
The Horn of Blasting is a good one for Mongo if he likes to be in charge of a big pack of orcs and all this other shit.
Well, why don't you, instead of just giving the list...
Oh, you want me to just...
Even this stuff is above my head. I would have to look it up, because again, I'm not a player. I'm the game master. Why don't you talk through what each of them does?
All right, so Tom, follow with me here. Up at the top right of Roll20, you're going to find a set of icons. It's going to be the one that looks like 3 books, and one of them's leaning.
Oh, that's the bookshelf, I guess they call it now. Oh, I heard your menus. The player menus got updated yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it where you say it is.
He may not have that screen up yet, Scotty, unless he turned on the beta.
Nope.
I didn't turn anything on. I don't think anything has changed for me.
Unless you have beta turned on, you're not going to get those features. So
Hang
if
on,
you want,
hang on. I hadn't launched the game.
oh,
All right,
well,
fair enough.
Yeah, I don't have beta features.
All right, so yes.
Okay, the 3 books. Then you could type in Horn of Blasting. And what it does is it does a cone of thunder damage.
thunder. I'll play Led Zeppelin when you use it. The Immigrant Song.
And if there's a 20% chance for it to explode,
Good choice.
Mm-hmm.
and if it does, it also does a set of damage.
It took Scott 30 seconds. Yeah, Immigrant Song.
However, if you want to beef up your character a little bit more, there are manuals in here. They're called Manual of Bodily Health and Manual of Gainful Exercise. It'll give you a +2 to your total constitution
Ooh.
and a +2 to your total strength as just a forever extra stat.
Very young, forever.
I recommend starting
forever
there.
young.
I think I got about half of that. But
Yeah. I think I'll just go for the manual of bodily health, and that's fine. Thank you. Appreciate the exposition.
Now, the Belt of Giant Strength, that's the only one I know about.
Tom, hello, everybody. Belt of Giant Strength is insane because it will, as long as you have it on, it increases your strength modifier. So mine, I got the, find it, Belt of Fire Giant Strength, and it makes your strength modifier, the larger of the two numbers in the small little circle on the top left corner, a 25. And so then that's amazing because now my strength is a 7. So now say I roll to hit. So there it shows that my pluses is insane with how good it is.
So, what kind of giant is this belt associated with?
Mine is the fire giant, but if you just search in the 3 little books, and then it'll be stone giant, storm giant. I think the storm giant is legendary.
Yes, I already got that up. So go on.
Frost giant makes your strength modifier a 23. It's only very rare, so it's going to be cheaper than if you did the fire giant. Oh no, the fire giant's very rare. The next one up, and that makes it a 25. The next one is the
Should probably do that one.
That's legendary.
What's the cost of either of the very rares? Fire giant, for example.
40,000.
Something like that.
Peanuts.
Okay, done.
But it does take an attunement slot, so you have to play around and be like, okay, I already have these 2 things attuned. This is my last one, or I already have 3 things attuned.
So
I have to remove one.
I don't think I have anything in my inventory that's attuned.
I think you have 1 weapon. So I'm looking at the yeah.
Let's take a minute though. I'm so sorry if it might be worthwhile to just show Tom how the character sheet shows attunement. How does attunement work?
It doesn't show attunement well. That's the new character sheet will.
But you have to manually keep track.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is there's gonna be a new character sheet coming out in March.
Also, there was a note that you added, Erica, when we first started, is if you go through your items, you can see which ones are attuned, and then you move them up to the top.
Yeah, that's the easiest way. So I just looked up the strength table. It says examples of strength at different areas. It says if your strength is 18, you can take an apple cart and flip it over. it says if your strength is 24 to 25, you lift the apple cart and throw it at your enemy. So that'd be a good choice to have a strength of 25.
Okay. Well, as I said, done. So.
Okay. What else, Scotty?
40.
You're the counselor in this one.
40,000, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's cheap.
So that's 2 attunements?
And it's fire giant that I would be taking.
Fire.
Yeah, if you put it on your character sheet, great. Otherwise,
I'm going to Mongo now just to do some adjustments.
Yeah.
Just look at the character sheet. I'm going to move all his attuned items to the very top.
Gen
Right.
Z's flexing in the mirror.
So,
Great talk.
So the way it works is you have to move him down below, I think. God, he has a lot of shit. Look at all those potions he has. I wish we could organize this better, like into like types. But let's do some moving here. Let's do the time warp again. Oh, he has gauntlets of ogre power too. So let me put the fire giant on there.
If the gauntlets of ogre power makes your strength a 19, I believe, and there requires attunement, so you get rid of those.
Yeah, we're gonna dump
back
those.
in the group loot. We can sell it, and then you put on this belt. It's basically a 1-for-1 swap.
Okay. I had to fix something because I didn't realize I have this set the character pop out. I have all the beta features on, and so that's it's a little bit challenging for me sometimes because I'm a beta tester. Damn it.
Hey, Tom, you should look up Manual of Bodily Health. If you type Manual of, it's the first one. You should buy that one.
Let's do the time.
We already took a look at that. How much is that?
40,000.
All right.
Okay. All right, done.
Okay, I have entered Tom. I am now going to use an optical device to get down to the little details inside Tom.
Would you add Manual of Bodily Health to the list?
Sure.
If you don't mind.
So first, that is.
I will deduct another.
Giants. You could. We'll do just like at work. You take care of the money, and I'll do this stuff.
All right, fair enough.
Potion. See, that's a belt, isn't it? Belt of Fire Giant, right?
Yes.
Ooh, belt that one. Scotty, you want to add to the loot the gauntlets of ogre power?
Done.
All right. And what is the manual I'm putting on there? Manual of
Bodily health.
Bodily. Body.
Let the bodies hit the
floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Now, is that manual something that has to be attuned?
Nope.
You just have, it's a single use over like a quote unquote week.
Gotcha. Never mind. See, I have to ask these questions too because I don't do this stuff. So let me take the belt and shove it at the top. And then we're going to take his awesome hammer. We're going to get rid of the little leather armor. Now he has the bag of holding. Boy, he's a real D&D player now. Look at all the crap he has.
Tom, there's also a really interesting sword, depending on how you want to play this, or 2 items actually. There's a dancing sword, right? Like Dancing Queen, but dancing sword.
Dancing Queen. Okay, sorry. You can don't start me tonight, guys.
It'll fly around for you for a specific amount of time. It's like I use a bonus action, and as a bonus action in later rounds, you can use it to swing for you, and it uses your attack and your damage modifier. So if you're doing, a 1d8 plus 7, right? The 7 is your strength. The dancing sword is also doing a 1d7 or a 1d8 plus 7.
I gotta go check on my food. I will be back.
Right, there's
your food.
That, so it'll kind of hover around for you.
Well, it's interesting, but doesn't look particularly sexy to me.
Okay, and
thank you.
Scotty, please bring sexy back.
Okay, there's the same thing with the shield, right? Instead of a sword, it's a shield, if you want to do that. There is also, there's a tattoo that you can get called the Eldritch Claw tattoo, which essentially increases your reach, your ability to hit, by 2 additional squares.
Oh, that's huge. That's an editorial, by the way. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, it's okay. Let it out, Scott.
Just what she said. That is huge.
That is huge. It's so big.
Yeah. Well, what? Yeah. Does that? What does it say as it relates to cleave in that regard, Scott? Do you have?
I don't think cleave is a thing anymore.
Well, yeah, Tom, don't you have cleave? The thought being is you could take a path of 6 squares all the way across.
Cleave is coming back. It's just not officially back yet, but cleave, I was told, is coming back. There are 6 stages if you're in the book, guys, and Constitution score is increased by 2. So I'm going to manually increase his Constitution score by 2 now and remove the book. So let's remove the book and add to his Constitution. I'm going to do a manual override. So his Constitution is now 15.
And how much does the Eldritch Claw tattoo go for?
It's an attunement. However, it's very cheap. It is only, was it uncommon? 400 gold.
Uncommon is like really common.
Not a problem.
All right, you're about to get some ink.
Consider it done. Okay.
All right, I just put the ink on there. Whoops. What am I doing?
There's a Horn of Blasting, which again was that cone of thunder.
Nah, it's that 20% that I don't like.
You have a lot of health, to be fair.
I understand, but that's like saying, here's a weapon, and 20% of the time, it could take your arm off. Oh, well.
1 in 5.
I thought Mongo likes to live dangerously.
Yeah. We call that dice fucked.
There's a Cape of the Mountebank. I don't think that one is an attunement.
No, I have Cloak of the Bat anyway.
Cape of the Mountebank will allow you to cast Dimension Door once per day. So you can just teleport behind somebody.
You want to glide or teleport? I'm trying to think of would a barbarian really teleport?
To be honest, well, I don't know. I mean, Cloak of the Bat is not something that I particularly have used.
Nope.
Right.
I don't have any reason to use it at this point. And the idea of teleporting is something that's a little easier for me. So if you want to swap that, I am perfectly okay with it, which would put it into loot. Which means you guys can fight over Cloak of the Bat if you would like.
Say the word. Now I'll make the adjustments.
So Eric, what I did on the cape.
What's it going to cost me? What do I need to deduct?
Remember, you're going to get some money back from selling
4,000.
too.
Oh, all right.
4,000. That's drinking money.
Ooh, and Cloak of the Bat is an attunement. So
there you go.
An attunement slot.
So what?
Like Cape of the Mountebank is not.
Correct.
Cape of the. Hang on, Mountebank, and that's. Got it. I cheat and just start typing till it appears. So, Scotty, put Cloak of the Bat back in the loot so you can sell it. There you go.
What's my net here? Am I down or up? And if so, how much?
Oh, money, man.
You have a lot more to spend. So what I did, I wanted to wait for something legendary because I felt like that would make the biggest impact. If you want to do that, that one hammer in the beginning, if you want to take a look at it, is really cool.
Hammer of Thunderbolt. No, but his Astral Great Axe is pretty good because it gives force damage as well as rage damage.
And the hammer won't?
I don't think it gives an extra force damage.
I think it will do way more damage than the astral.
Well, what the astral does is if you're surrounded, he has the, pound the ground attack to knock everyone on their ass.
I'm okay passing on the Hammer of Thunderbolts.
Okay.
If anyone else wishes it, they may go for it. So I'm content.
Oh,
I think I'm where I should be.
Oh, I didn't realize he has that instant fortress in his back pocket too. Isn't that cool?
Thank you.
you can't. You won't be able to use it. Or Mongo would have to have a belt of giant strength and gauntlets of ogre power to attune this weapon.
Yep. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
So how many attuned items do you have?
I do not know.
I'm looking, and you wouldn't know. I moved everything that I think is attunement to the top.
Okay.
Astral Great Axe, tattoo,
Lot of
belt.
hair?
I think that was something when you made the character as like something that meant something personal to you. It's either from a girlfriend or your first kill. Could be the same thing. You are a barbarian.
Could be the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking down his list now. Does Necklace of Adaptation need attunement? Let's look it up.
I'll look it up.
Necklace.
It does.
All right, so let's sell that.
Okay.
So put that in the list because you were tuning him up, right? And +1 chainmail, no. Antimatter rifle, no. Dust of disappearance, no. Instant fortress, does that need attunement?
The Dairn's instant fortress? No.
No, that's cool. Okay.
I have one of those as well.
And the cape doesn't need attunement. The cape of the Mountebank.
Eric, I put that as a resource, by the way. The little checkbox resource, and then just renamed it Dimension Door.
Okay.
Good point.
Good point. There we go. All right. So we've.
There is also one more thing. If you like being in charge of a small army, there is a Bronze Horn of Valhalla. And what the Bronze Horn of Valhalla does is you roll, I don't even know roll anything. You get 4d4 plus 4 berserkers summoned, and they're all proficient with medium armor.
No, you have to be proficient with medium armor.
Oh, that's how it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, either way, he's proficient with all armor. Or is he?
Nope. I think he's. Let me check because if he picked up a level of fighter, he should be good. But did he? Let's find out.
Berserker, Monster Manual. I don't need these guys.
Nope, he is not. He did not pick up a level of fighter yet. So
There's no. So he has proficiency in no armor? Wasn't he wearing heavy armor like a while ago?
Okay.
I was going to say.
he's wearing medium armor. I thought.
That's what I thought. We had a choice at one point to go
Mhm.
for heavy armor, but there was a trade-off, and the trade-off did not seem
Correct.
Yeah, that was for rage.
appropriate. Yes.
So, do I have to remove the chainmail and give him leather armor? Because we can get him. What's the best leather armor you can buy him if we go that route?
I think I'm wearing leather armor, frankly.
I think he's wearing leather, but I think we should be able to get like leather armor of radiant resistance or leather armor of lightning resistance, or he should be able to get or +3 leather armor. So you should be able to get him the coolest leather armor.
Doesn't the barbarian have just regular medium armor proficiency?
I'm reading
Unarmored
right now.
Defense.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear what you said.
The barbarian, if they don't have any armor on, they get.
Right, unarmored defense. I know that, but it doesn't mean that they won't have proficiency in medium armor.
True.
Yeah, let's look it up. Barbarian.
You can look on his
Conan.
character sheet too.
Conan used chest plate armor all the time. It's my fault for reading all those books. Whoops, can't do that.
Proficiencies: light armor, medium armor, and shields.
Yeah, so he can wear chain.
Well, that's not the. He could, yeah. But since he has proficiency in medium armor, he can then get the Horn of Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you get,
Mm-hmm.
at the most, you could get 20 berserkers that you summon.
So you can make your character into having like several armies when you go into combat.
Like the White Walkers.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, this is a trivial question, but what's the cost on this?
40,000.
That's
And
nothing.
It's in a tuned item, right?
Yeah.
No.
No,
How
it
much
isn't.
money did? No.
We had just shy of 200,000.
Scotty, just so we have context, how much money did the players get for each of their cuts?
We had just short of 200,000, and you can find your amount of gold
Mm-hmm.
at that link there.
So in other words, 200,000 each. Whoa.
Will you add the horn, Mr. DC, please?
Oh,
Sorry.
the horn. Sorry, I have to deal with this. So that's the horn of what?
The bronze horn of Valhalla.
Bronze.
I'll give you the bronze horn.
Horn. I'm sensing this Viking theme all of a sudden.
It could come in handy too if any of our crew dies.
Mm-hmm. Now, should he stick with the +1 chain, or should he buy up his chain, or buy up?
Ask the other barbarian.
Okay, other barbarian. Should he buy up his chain armor? Because he can get like chain 3, for example. Right? Or you can get, again, with some type of other benefit.
Trade it in, you mean? Trade it in and buy new? Yeah.
Yeah, radiant resistant.
Nobody else needs it. Upgrade it.
If it's radiant resistant, that means he's resistant to lasers, resistant
What's
to
his
fire.
dex and constitution modifier?
Right now, his dex and constitution modifier. His dex modifier is 2. His con modifier is 2.
Okay.
So I mean, I say bake him into a tank. This cat's getting very annoying.
I don't know if that messes with any of his damage ability.
Shouldn't.
Wearing armor.
Wrong game. It's not Cyberpunk.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
so because he can get chain 3, for example, right? And chain 3 is that's legendary. Never mind.
chain 2.
So let's look at chain 2, but chain number 2. What's chain number 2? Chain number 2 is very rare. That's cheap. So let's do this. Let's drag chain 2 on there. Right now his armor class is 17. Let's see if this amps him up a little bit. So first I'm going to take his chain 1 and turn it off. He's 12. Let's put chain 2 on there. And he's 18. Is 18 good? Because that's cheap.
Well, I would say so.
Yeah, 18, right? Do we want to give him any bracers or anything to, like protection? Protection. Right, as long as they don't require attunement.
Okay, go ahead.
If they don't require attunement, let me take a real quick look at that. Spell item, cloak, ring, scarab. He has no rings yet, right?
Not that I'm aware.
A ring of protection is rare. That's cheap. So let's take a peek at what his armor class is if I drag one of these on there.
Well, I was down to about 30 some thousand a little while ago, so we're kind of getting low on the money side.
So ring of protection brings his armor class up to 19 if you want to throw a ring on there. Oh, it requires attunement though. Never mind. Taking it back. All right. So no, 18 is a pretty solid.
I think we're good.
I think that's good. All right. So we probably went shopping now. Before I say you guys are done, right? Because I have to give Tom the tour of the new base too while I'm at it. Because I built the base in 3D since we last met. Becca, you good on all your stuff? Have you fulfilled your shopping dreams?
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask.
Right. I want to make sure we check everyone.
Yeah,
Before
I
you go.
need an automatic pickle dispenser because I got to keep that fermented milk going.
Okay.
Did you happen to buy the marvelous pigments?
I thought you got me all of those things.
Okay, okay. It's basically. Did you ever watch the cartoon Chalk Zone?
Nope.
That was a good one. So basically, it was chalk that whatever he drew, that.
That's in my inventory. You got me all the things.
Perfect. Yeah, if you want to draw a door, it'll draw a real door. If you want to draw like a trap with spikes, it'll really happen. Whatever you draw, it comes to life.
All right.
Granted, it does have its limitations.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna draw some fun stuff.
Ooh, all
Like a
of
whale.
Viking is off. Or all of Viking.
And well, to show Tom the 3 levels, I turned off all the dynamic lighting.
Milk fountain.
So when you guys are ready, I'm gonna do the tour.
Ooh. Tom, so your horn, if you go into the 3 little books, and then you just type in your horn
Yes.
of
Bronze horn of Valhalla. Go ahead.
yeah, and then it's I think you and we each have the bronze one. If you just click on bronze horn of Valhalla and you get that pop-up window in your on the map.
Yep.
Double click the top of it and it'll become like a little drop down little thing. So that way you can always keep it up and all you have to do is then double click it again and then it'll pop up to full size.
Wow. Always keep it up and just click the button and then what? Pop it to full size.
And then you make it big. Yeah. Really easy.
So as the game master, I depending on how the game's going, I have 2 permanent screens with a 3rd screen I just plug in when I need it. And it's not unusual when you guys do some really wacky things that I pop out the monsters and put them on another screen. I pop out special items and I put them on another screen. Because sometimes you guys go like all over the place now. But we're used to that now. It's juggling. Most of these tools are very similar to Visio or PowerPoint. I'd say more Visio than PowerPoint at times. So,
How about a tour?
How about
I
that
am good.
for-
I am going to do a tour. So, do you guys want to see the tour in Roll20? Do you want to see it in the tool I used to make this in 3D?
Do it in Roll20.
All right.
It's
So
the real environment.
that's the real environment. So I actually used a wonderful tool to do this. I use 3 or 4 different tools now. And this is the base level. And basically the main doors are here and you have a cult this is the cult section, this L-shaped section that people can see. You notice there's windows in here and you have, false idols to pray to and all this other stuff. This back area is where you guys live, right? So you have a base now, and you have rooms, and you have a dining room, and you have a den where you plant things, and a kitchen.
Bravo.
And you have, you have to go down this long hallway to get in there. So you can put some orcs out there to guard it and everything. There are 2 stairwells to get you up to the operations level. So I'm going to now move you all to the operations level. It's funny, as an engineer, I'll just love using 3D tools. So on the operation level, Notice that there's an open roof, and this is where your ship is docked, right? And you can see the staircase, and you can see the opening here, and I put some dividers up so people don't fall in. You have crates, and you have these operations offices. And you have a staircase going up to a walkway, which I'm going to show you in a second. And there's a second staircase over here that leads up to, I'm going to say, the crew level. So I'm now going to bring you to the crew level. And the crew level looks down right at where the ship lands, and it has a walkway up here. And it also has the dormitory for your crew, including mess and kitchen. Right, so I made this 3-level open-aired section, right? And this, of course, there's a roof over in the crew area, of course, but where the ship lands is no roof. It just kind of docks in there, and that was the vision I think Scott was trying to bring, right. And so we could put all the orcs in here and stuff, and so if you guys now have a base after all those games, and now you finally came back to the rock and ball, and this was fun to design. But again, I love the new tools they have to do this stuff in 3D. So I'm going to bring you back to the base. And
looks good, dude.
It's fun, right? And again, it was from Scott's fever dream that this started and turned into this.
Yeah, now we just need to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah. Well, again, you already made a commitment that you're going to intercept the Neverwinter 3 to be decommissioned, and so that this is part of your payment in advance. If you don't, I have a funny feeling the Drow Syndicate won't like that. Now, in Dungeons & Dragons, Drow are also known as Dark Elves.
Hey, no reason to go there. We made a deal.
Well, yep. So they'll probably just start cutting off body parts if you don't do it. So that's fine. So with that said, you guys can tell me you're going to leave. I'm going to put you on the astral map, and you guys are going to go searching for this phantom ghost ship that's adrift in the astral plane. And that went pretty good, because it's what? 20 to 8? You guys did that pretty quick. You guys ready for the big map?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So let's go to the astral map now. And let's put you on the astral map. And let me zoom in because the astral map's pretty damn small. And what we did in the last game, here's your ship over here. In the last game, you see 3 balls representing when you interviewed people at the bars that said they saw this ship. These are the 3 sightings that you're able to put on your map, thanks to your non-player character, Candace. Now, you know this ship is deep in some type of cloud, so no one's ever seen the whole ship. They've only seen pieces of it after going through a horrible, horrible, dense cloud bank in the astral plane that is filled with lightning that heavily damaged their ships. And when they actually got to the ship, these are the 3 people that survived and came back to tell the story. They said they couldn't get into the vessel because it kept talking to them in common that you must be a pure strain human. Right?
The vessel was?
The vessel talked to the 3 pirate captains, yes. Okay. Right. Now, you think, you guys were guessing that a 4th data point's probably up here, but you're not sure, looking at the currents in the astral plane. Right? And so, since this cloud bank that it's floating in is filled with lightning, Candace asked you to put as much metal debris on the front of the ship as possible, just make piles of it. Because she has a spell called Deflect Lightning, but it requires metal debris for her to put a ring around the ship. So she's asking you to collect metal debris and make a big-ass pile on the squall line.
Sounds pretty cool.
I think she bought a lot of metal debris.
Yeah, so we're gonna put a few piles in. We're gonna go to the squall line in a minute, and we're gonna have you put piles on there. You guys are gonna tell me how many crew members you're gonna bring, and whether they're gonna be the standard generic crew or they're gonna be orcs, because you guys have tons of each.
Also, before I'm gonna speak quietly. Is the princess with us at this point?
It's up to you. When she's not with you, she's usually diddling on fixing, making, or creating something.
Okay, well then this might just be some a little bit of metagaming. I don't remember if we told her that we needed her as a human. I think we did.
No, you did not.
We did not.
If that was part of the joke, is when you guys were collecting all this information, I told you she's being distracted looking at a junk dealer, and Scott said something about how he kind of smiled and grinned as they said, "Oh yeah, we got that covered."
It actually also ended the game last week with her getting the materials needed to make a bunch of the constructs to absorb the shock damage.
Correct.
So she's on that She's on that task for us.
So,
Okay.
Well, we just legally built a church in town, so we had plenty of opportunity to order a few extras to make the scrap pile and so forth, huh?
all right.
But I just want to know: are we telling her, like, hey?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. That's all I want.
She doesn't need to know.
Sure we're all on this. We're all on the same page.
She doesn't need to worry for now.
Are we telling her that her life is in danger?
It's only going to worry her and going to impact her ability to work.
You're so fucking evil. All right. So I'm going to let's see.
I'll convince her as needed. No worry.
Yeah. So let's put some piles. I'm gonna see if I can find a good pile to put on there to represent the metal that you need. Do I have a metal pile? I got
a pile of Diet Coke cans.
I have lots of piles of bones for some reason. That's not gonna work. Bones, debris. Come on, come on. Type in the word pile, and that's what you get. We're gonna use rubble then. All right. So I'm gonna put a pile of rubble here. Control C, Control V, as I said, just like that. Control V. We're gonna put some more piles up here. All right, so we're putting piles of debris up front. And you told her in advance that you're pre-making constructs, right? And then assume since she's pre-making them, that gives her time, she's gonna make bigger constructs.
Oh yeah.
Okay. There you go. She has a bunch of constructs now. That's probably all she can make in that time frame. All right. What else? Now let's talk about crew. Because you can't take everyone that you have, right? Are you going to be taking, because right now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have like 30 orcs now. You can't take them all, obviously, and you can't take the full crew. The squirrel line has a crew complement of crew 15. What mix of crew do you want?
How many orcs are there?
30.
Okay.
So you can leave like some back at your base to protect it.
I thought we were going to do 10 humans, 5 orcs, and have the humans equipped with long range, and the orcs equipped with like a battle axe.
Well, you have enough money that you can buy them, +1 thing. And
we already did.
I want to adjust these things. So what do we do? Let me look at the orcs right now.
I gave one of them a +2.
All right, so you gave them +1
sword.
ham. They have a +1 great axe and they have a +1 crossbows. What we did last week. And your crew. What does your crew have? Your crew has antimatter rifles. All right, so we're gonna have 5 orcs. So let's put 5 orcs on there. I'm gonna put them over here, right? And you guys have buckets of orcs now. And let me give you crew. And we need 10 crew. If you're curious, I'm in the upper left part of the map as I'm adjusting this real quick. As I put the red shirts, I mean crew members on here.
Can you give one of them a +3 great axe?
Sure. Give me a second.
Make him the leader of that group.
Okay. Well, if you make him the leader, then he's got to challenge someone to the death. I'm just kidding. I'm going to do this. I'm going to tint one of them red. Right? And you want his weapon to be +3.
Mm-hmm.
Alt, click, click. And I'm going to make his +3, so...
Their mission is to swarm.
Hang on, these are not the right orcs. I have to give you the right orcs. These are the upgraded orcs. I forgot we upgraded the orcs. Alright, now I'm going to make one red. And now I'm going to alt click click him. This is so much like Visio. And huh. Why is it doing that? It keeps going back to the original one. I'm sorry.
Arizona, sponsor me. I do it for you.
To get all programmy on you. So let's try that again. Mongo orc. +1. All right. Mongo orc. Ah, I found the problem. I will fix it. I put the wrong orc on there. Now it'll work. Yay. We call that pilot error.
Can the orcs attune anything?
No, non-player characters cannot attune anything.
Damn. I was gonna see if I can get a Vorpal Greatsword on it.
So the reason why is because you guys are the main characters, the non-player characters are just the background fodder for your story.
Pretty much.
Right? That's how it works. All right, now it'll work. All right. Minor mishap on my part. Let's give that a +3. And let's make that to hit +3. So that's now a 6. Okay. And let's hit, that's done. That's done. That's save. All right, so the red one has +3. All right, so I'll let you guys move your non-player characters to wherever you want them.
I'm still on the.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that you've been.
Oh, I'm
doing.
sorry. It's.
Oh, there we are.
Okay.
In the upper left, I was putting the crew complement, and I put the debris for Princess Candace to use as a ring. And there's some crew on here. Let me erase this crew. And so you guys can now assign where you want the crew to be and all that.
I can't move the orcs.
No, you can't.
Where do you want the orcs to be?
Top deck. I bought that one a freaking sword.
Okay. Top deck.
Uh-huh. You have to negotiate with Tom if you want to be able to move the orcs.
Just tell me what you want done.
Chain of command, man. Chain of command. Okay.
One day I'm gonna challenge Tom for control.
Okay.
Oh, you can take him if you want, man. Less responsibility for me.
Yeah.
All right. Now, is there anything you need to outfit here before we go?
We have our two like laser guns. We have our rammer. That's now a harpoon.
They're antimatter guns, but yes. Again, you can thank a certain spellcaster who took care of that.
Are we going into the storm?
Yeah, that's the whole reason why this is such a big deal. Is you guys are flying into a storm to get to the ship.
Okay, I'm going below deck.
Right. Well, you have days until you get there. You guys have to first find out where it is. You're guessing.
We also might have to do a random encounter.
Yes, you got each day. We're gonna roll a d12 to see if there's a random encounter.
Well, I'm exactly where I want to be, so I am ready when you guys are.
Right, if you guys say you're ready, we're gonna go to the map.
We can distribute the orcs because they all look kind of bunched. Our whole crew is up. Oh no, guess we got these guys right here that are not.
And I am.
This is where I'm going to be. I'm gonna have my. No, I'm gonna be in the center. I got my little brazier of commanding fire elementals that's lit. So if I need to, I can use it.
Okay, good. There we go. And I'm bringing up the encounter tables now. So we can have a random encounter if you guys rolled that one.
How many crew members does it take to fire the guns on the side?
Oh, that's the nice thing. One. Because previously, right, it took 3. And let me make sure I'm not lying, because I made that change a while ago. And so let me open up the character sheet for the Hammerhead. And on the character sheet for the Hammerhead, Ballistic Necrotic. No, it says Crew 3, but yeah, it is Crew 3. But I think it's Crew 3 for both of them. So it's 1 in each gun and 1 manning the energy conversion. That's it.
Okay.
So, all right.
We got 3 guys there.
Mm-hmm.
We got guys on the lower deck sleeping, so they're not tired.
Okay.
Orcs can go wherever you guys want to. Maybe we'll get 2 on the top deck, 2 on the mid deck. We're gonna give 1 with Gen Z. Make sure he's always good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Conversation while he's flying.
No, remember, once he sets course, he can walk away from the chair and the ship goes in automatic.
Extras and maybe some of the orcs.
He's not moving off that chair. He's hotboxing that room.
I'm about to say, is there a hole in that chair?
This crew member is the lucky one. He gets assigned to this area with the captain. He said, "Were you supposed to do this?" He's all nervous and stuff.
Yeah, you know what? The last guy. Yeah, but at the end you die.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I think we got 3 orcs. Can we get an orc, 1 up here, and then maybe 1 at the front of the ship?
Wherever Tom wants them.
1 in the cannon.
This is like the.
That's the ram.
That's the ram. That's now pointy. That's ornate.
Hey, that's the sexiest part of the entire ship.
No,
sir.
According the breaching ram, it's called.
Yeah, currently courting a pile of rubbish right next to it, so not really ram happy right now.
Yes. After a confirmed hit on the next turn, the Spelljammer can trigger the ram to expand and spin a 5-foot hole in the ram ship, causing additional damage. The Spelljammer must back out 5 feet to allow crew to board. The breaching ram makes a moaning noise as it expands to make the breaching hole.
Oh. So it's like a spinning hook and then it hooks in there kind of thing? What do you call that?
And so so here I am. The antimatter cannons on the side only need 1 each. The ballista needs 3. So this ballista needs 3 people to man it. These guns only need 1. So you have a crew member down here you can reassign. So
this crew member will work with the orc, and then this one, or whichever one, can go back and forth, and just in case.
And that's necrotic shot you have for the ballista. All right. So if this is comfortable where everything is, and you don't have to, are you going to buy? You need to buy anything or provision anything? Because if not, I'm going to go to the big map.
Yeah, just keep in mind, says Gen Z, that Gen Z is the captain of the ship, not the mission leader. So, as captain, the job's to get the ship to where y'all want to go, right? And that kind of thing. So,
we'll be right back.
Okay.
Eric, speaking of somebody being right back, which is the best time for him to leave, the tattoo that he has, he gets an extra 1d6 force damage when he uses the tattoo.
Okay.
It lasts for a minute.
That's great.
Yeah, that's good, especially for a guy like him who is a anchor, right? I mean, they're going to come in. Too bad Cleve wasn't around. It's in Baldur's Gate.
It's coming back. So
you could do like 2 by 2 by 2. No, 5 squares.
Yeah.
Maybe, you said, Scott.
Yeah, Cleve is coming back.
Fucking 20 creatures.
So this is really funny. Wizards of the Coast had their 50th anniversary. They laid off half their people. They're having multiple copyright violations right now. They have reverse course on suing people that come out with third-party content. They decided they were, decided they weren't. And now they're going to release Dungeons & Dragons version 5 point whatever. That's going to reintroduce some old stuff, including Cleve. So, and that's going to be, apparently they're saying it's going to be free. We're going to find out. Now that's a big deal. But they're having, what happened was they started getting some very bad press because they're intellectual property disputes, and people went to Pathfinder. So, all right. Enough about intellectual property.
Yeah, too much bickering, affecting the platform, huh?
Yes, but I'm going to tell you right now, Cleve is returning. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Goodness.
And that was really a big feat for fighters, right?
Well, that should make Mongo uniquely talented in a mass crowd. Because in that case, if he can cleave, that's 5 squares deep, 180 degrees.
All right. And so I'm going to tell you right now.
Everybody takes 17 points. Excuse me, sir.
At the next time he has a feat, we can add cleave to it because I already have the cleave rules.
Well, we could wait for, Mongo in the spring.
But this is what cleave's going to be when they release it. So, yeah. And again, probably around the spring they're going to release this. But again, when Mongo levels up, if he wants to take cleave as a feat, we'll manually put it on there. That's
so
fine.
To be specific, Tom, right? Instead of attacking a square, you're attacking a
space.
A 5 by 180 square.
360.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, lordy. Yeah, just let the zombies come in.
Let the bodies hit the floor. So if you're surrounded by orcs, you hit all the orcs at once, yes. And there's a requirement, I think there's going to be a strength requirement they're adding to it that, it is 13, which is nothing. All right, you guys ready for the big map? Let's go.
Hey, do we have any invisibility stuff? No.
Only your testicles.
Yeah, thank you. Now that we're talking tactics, in the event invisibility shows up, that should go to Mongo, given the role we just discussed. Because at the last minute, when he's about dead, invisible. poof. Meanwhile, he's slaughtered, 7/8 of the army.
Something like that. All right. So with
If you wish, Sir Mongo, as
Mhm.
a vision,
What do you want me to do?
nothing. Just enjoy the seeds in your mind that you are massively powerful. And I can't wait to see the slaughter, sir.
Okay, again, Mongo's at the point where the fighter will get together his friends and tip the apple cart over. Mongo will lift the apple cart up and throw it at the bad guys. I'm sorry, the good guys, since you guys are the bad guys.
Genzi
Yes.
squeezes Mongo's bicep just out of pure curiosity.
Mm-hmm. All right. You're equipped. Here is your ship.
Let's boogie.
Now you have to find it. Now you're
Okay.
guessing. You're guessing
First
the
mate,
ghost
prepare
ship
for
went
liftoff.
here. Then a few days later, if it was here. And then a few days later, it was here. And you think it's probably getting close to Eberron.
Okay, are we ready for liftoff? First mate, prepare for liftoff.
Everybody, you should open the Spelljammer crew rolls. That way we can have that.
I didn't ask you to open no goddamn rolls, sailor. Now get this fucking plane up in the air.
Uh-huh. Is that the way
I'm
you talk to
sorry.
your duty officer?
All right.
Becca
We're
wanted
going.
me to express myself.
Oh, I need to do motivate.
Military angry.
Right. Tom just quoted the right stuff.
Yes, I did.
You know, I have a story about the right stuff. I think it was 1983 when I saw it. And I went with a bunch of Air Force buddies, right? It was probably 83 when it came out. Or was it 84?
No, it was 83.
And we're all there. And we're like a half hour into the movie. And I really had to pee. And it's like, I don't want to miss a moment of it. This is so great. Little did I know, The Right Stuff was a 3-hour movie.
No, that's right.
And there was also that scene with Alan Shepard sitting in the capsule.
Oh, and he had to pee.
And so when that scene came up, I told the guy I was with, right? It's like, that's it. I gotta go.
Nope. Yeah.
Tell me if I missed anything. I really gotta go.
Permission to relieve bladder.
11.
Yeah. Permission to pee your
Yeah.
pants. All right, move your move.
That was to motivate.
All right, is that the motivate? Okay, I thought that was for an encounter. All right, so Scott, let's start by having you move 1 square, 1 hex.
Tom, did you have something you were? Sure. No. Okay. Hey, Mr. Scotty, are you camera challenged tonight?
No, you have to go on the stream.
Oh, what's the stream? Did you post it?
It is Rumble, and I can.
No, hey, okay, I have your Rumble mark somewhere, so let me find.
Rumbling, bumbling.
Bumbling,
I'm
dumbling.
gonna stream all over.
But why don't you post it then?
Roxanne, I'm gonna stream all over you,
Let
baby.
the bodies hit
I'ma
the floor.
stream
Let
you
the
all over.
bodies hit the floor. All right.
Okay,
that's it.
Rock of Brawl. Where do we want to go?
Now,
towards
when you put it
Eberron.
in Rumble, do you actually put any meta tags in there so people actually know what it is?
Say again?
You put any tags in there so people actually know it's like D&D, Spelljammer, Roll20, all that crap?
There aren't any tags. I don't know if you put it in like a description.
Mm-hmm.
You could, but I don't know as far as if that's actually what it is.
Yeah,
But no, I have it
is
anyways.
I'm just saying practice if you want to get good at this. So who wants to roll for random encounters? 1d12, please.
What are you rolling for random encounter?
1d12, please. All
Got
right. You have permission to move another hex.
I got the next one, a 7.
All right, you're good. And so you can just keep doing this without me until you roll a 1.
Okay. Roll. Somebody. Here we go. Okay, I'm going. Another one.
Someone's feeling very.
Can we go full speed
confident.
ahead?
Well, the full speed ahead, it doesn't apply when you're flying through astral
We need
space.
to roll every time. Did somebody roll already?
Yeah, we got an
Thank
8
you.
and then an 11.
Keep going. I'll move a square. If the
All right.
roll's good, I'm
6.
coming in, Mama.
All right, hold it right there for a second. You guys
Oh.
really did some really good work there because you sped everything up. I just need to look something up. It's really funny is
Well,
I have sometimes too many windows open when I'm using Roll20. So just give me a one moment, please.
I think we had to get to somewhere around here. This is where, like, the path, because it went this way and then this way.
Well, if someone was to be a navigator in the rolls, I would increase your chances of finding it.
don't we have a navigator?
Navigator. Navigator should have intelligence or wisdom.
Well, you have a navigator.
We have a
I have
first mate. Don't we have a first mate?
Scotty.
Yes, that
you
was
do.
wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah, he ate the crew, so I don't know if that's good.
Oh, wolf dog. Puppy, who's your navigator? That's supposed to be Christian, I think.
Mr.
Tom?
Christian.
Oh, I can use my navigator's tools. I think Becca also has navigator's tools, right?
Yes, you can.
It would be wisdom, or the NPC.
Wisdom or intelligence. So
I have
Becca,
neither.
my wisdom, Zyron Zong, mine's a 2 for navigator's tools. I don't know what yours is.
Mm-hmm.
Also a 2. I rolled a 14.
Oh, hey, there you go. I didn't see that.
I'm at 3, but I don't know if I can do both first mate and navigator.
Not really.
Right.
So Zyron Zong rolled a 14 for navigators. Ooh,
All right.
there's a storm up ahead. I don't know if we can.
She thinks from the calculations that you're doing and the fact that you're sampling the real, I'm going to say, ebbs and flows of the astral space. She thinks it's a 2 days travel to the astral north of you, as you see a humongous astral storm taking place.
On what is that ball?
That's just marking
here.
that section of astral space on your
It's
grid.
a storm. Is a storm.
Is a massive storm. Remember, each hex represents
Understood.
a full day's travel.
And I guess you're not allowing. I want to go up. 3D up. I want to go
Mhm.
Z-axis. All right, so I'm gonna do another square. We're gonna go around. Oh no, you know what
I'm
we're
gonna
do?
tell
We're
Candace
gonna-
before we get in the storm, like kind of as we enter it, is when it comes to it, you have to step on it.
Let's go. You have to step on it. I'm sorry.
Because she's
I'm-
the one who has to open up the thing. That's why we needed a human. But we didn't tell her
Human.
that she's the only one who can open it.
Yeah. Hang on for a second. I have a cat trying to eat my headset.
So at this point, navigator, my.
Wait, where'd we go backwards?
We should
Just
be
my
here.
drawy thing. I'm going this way, right?
No, you're going into the
No.
storm.
What? I'm going into the storm?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I missed it.
That's where the
Seven-
biggest, baddest bosses are, which is the most loot, which is the most XP.
Well, can I fire it? Should we unload at this point?
I
All
must
right, so-
warn you that I just recently rewatched for the third time Master and Commander. So, you know,
So I'm within 1 square now.
okay, 1 day travel. Now, congratulations. There is no random encounters for this last day. When you're ready, move into the square.
I am no longer attuned to the Brazier of Commanding Fire Elementals.
Okay.
Got Bracers of Defense.
So, Brazier, is that some type of fiery bra you're wearing or something?
No, it's a
You should get
Yes,
the animated
fire.
shield instead of the bracers of defense.
So Gen Z and his absent-mindedness wonders aloud. Now, what was that protection from lightning spell I had?
Okay, I'm about to say, I would be putting your tinfoil jock straps on about now.
No, yeah. What's that? What's that one?
Ow.
Weather, not the word for weather. Protection from not weather, but the fire, water, light.
Protection from
Yeah.
elements.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I think I have that somewhere.
The ship has it.
Huh?
The ship has it.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. That's where it was gonna aim. That's I guess mentally where I thought it. Well, okay.
Okay.
Sounds see here. All right. Sorry about. So we're gonna have that active on this ship.
You're going to have that active. And one moment as let me move the maps around a little bit real quick. And let me test the map real quick. All right. All right. You guys ready to move in?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me make
So-
one minor adjustment. And you guys are going to enter the storm.
I'm gonna ready. Enemies abound. It's creature based.
As you enter the storm, Candace casts a spell, and all the debris begins to spin around the front of the ship, attracting the lightning. And even before you even enter, the lightning begins to strike your ship. And you realize that if it wasn't for what she's doing, it would be really bad.
She's doing like a resist lightning spell or something.
Yeah, and what it's doing is it's just resistance. It's not stopping it.
Mhm.
Now you should be on a new map now.
I see
Yeah.
nothing. And I'm zooming
Oh,
all the way
where a
down.
little sperm are attacking the egg, trying to fertilize.
All right. For some reason, Scotty still has the old map, so I'm gonna fix that right now.
Seeing anything.
Hmm.
Then let me
Gotta
fix
get a
you.
Stronger.
Obviously, I did not fix you well.
Mhm.
Oh, I only grabbed one of you. So let me force it so you're in the lower left corner.
Look for the fertilization icon here.
Mhm.
And
And let me do this. I just realized I didn't program something correctly. Look for the union thing. All right, hang on. Why are you being difficult? Oh, one moment, please. Hold, please.
There we go.
Now you should be able to see something in the lower left corner, and I can't tell because Scotty's brain
I can
pan
see
is in
this
front of
ship with the lightning bolt hitting the
There
ship.
you go. And
It's been there all along.
So after being in here for about 10 minutes, the ship takes 20 points damage through its resistance. And you realize if it wasn't for what Candace is doing, your ship probably would be destroyed by now. But even with her resistance spell up, which is absorbing half the energy, half is still getting through. You cannot survive in here much longer. So since, let me just do this real quick. Can you see the character? I'm going to make it so you can see the hit points of the ship. Right.
I see 400.
You see 400. And so now we're going to make the 400 380.
That you said 15.
Whoops.
You have to click on the ship,
Yeah.
folks, to see what they're talking about.
Yeah, hang on. I'm going to fix that
It's
real
part
quick.
of the overlay.
So I'm fixing that right now. Why aren't you working? Yeah, it's not refresh. I'm not going to worry about. So the ship is getting the ship is taking a beating. Actually, I like seeing what Scotty's doing right now because it tells me what it allows me to understand what you were seeing because I don't see everything what you see. So that is great. And so with that said, your ship is going to move as fast or as slow as the ship's speed. What is the speed of your ship?
I don't see the squall line in my thing.
Lower left, if you zoom all the way out, try to look in the lower left corner.
You see it
I
now?
see this. I don't see like the stats.
The character
no.
sheet.
Well, I disabled the character sheet on it. You have to go over here, and there's a reason why I disabled it, and I can't tell you.
Oh.
But the squall line has resistance threshold of 15. Its move is 35, which means basically on this scale, it's unless you guys, if you guys just keep going, you guys are going to be losing 20 points of hull every round.
We have a 90-degree agility, correct?
That means every turn you can turn up to 90 degrees.
So we can add 15 feet if we trim the ship twice. We do change position, then we can get an extra 30 feet, but we can't turn anywhere.
Correct. If you want to sacrifice your turning, you can do that. Yes.
So I'm gonna recommend that it's called special actions, change position, trim the ship for speed.
All right. So the crew starts running around to trim the ship.
So throttle it up.
Right.
No?
And so they're trimming the ship because you're already at full power.
Mm-hmm.
Right. As you start moving forward. And so, with that said, Scott, move the ship 2 squares.
We can do that twice, correct? Trim the ship?
You can trim the ship. That means you can maintain that.
It
just means you can't turn.
Here, can I get another 30 feet of vision? I think this is showing 90.
No, you cannot because you're in the middle of a storm.
Which way you want to go?
Okay.
You are in the middle of a storm.
Also, Mr. Scott, I put something in the chat. You can also do this. For 1 turn, spend a spell slot level to increase the ship's speed by 30 plus 15 per spell level above first. That's called thrusters.
Yep.
So you can also spend a spell slot and we can go faster so we can get there.
It's somewhere between 3 to 6 squares, right?
30
plus, that's.
There's also under first mate that it says 1d6 times 5 plus the stat modifier for wisdom or charisma. And I think we have wisdom as our first mate.
Which that's you, so we can all do an action from this Spelljammer. So if I, as the bosun, say change position, I can trim the ship, add 15 feet. Skull the wolf can say full speed ahead, do 1d6 times 5 plus stat modifier to increase our speed, and then Gen Z can say, all right, thrusters, and then expend a spell slot.
Yeah, I'm in support of that because that's 3 times what we were just allotted. We're given 2 squares by the game master. We have a chance now to get 6 squares. So I say we go for it.
That's
wait a minute.
So something that I saw in notes.
And I'm gonna inspire you.
I can mitigate some of these fields by rolling navigation. How often should I roll? I just rolled a 16.
Someone actually read the manual.
I just rolled 16. How often can I do that?
Every round. So I'm not calling this combat rounds. I'm going to call this movement rounds. All right. So you're going to try navigating through the storm.
And then Torsten's supposed to be running around trying to ground the ship, and then Bull's supposed to be bringing any injured crew below decks.
All right. Well, your weapons are useless right now, so if you want to get your weapon crew below decks, they won't take any damage.
Yeah.
I do want to execute something I could use help with. Christian brought up my opportunity to burn a spell slot and enhance the ship's speed by 30 plus 15.
Yep.
Per spell level. So if I crack that off at a 2nd level spell, I'm flying through space. I'm going to do a 2nd level spell slot.
All right, so you can go ahead.
Would that be 30 plus 15 times the spell level?
No.
So if it was a 3, it would be 15 times 3, 45,
90.
30 plus 45, right?
No.
Am I reading that right?
I thought it was 15.
Yeah, but if you just do a first level spell, it would be 15. If you do a 2nd level spell, do you get 15 times 2?
Well, the way you wrote it was 30 plus 15 per spell level.
15
I
per
would
spell
get
level.
15 for level 1, another 15 for level 2,
Yeah.
and I add that to the third. That gives me 60.
I
Okay,
can
yeah,
give
that's
you
what I
another
was-
10.
We're saying the same thing.
That's another 10 squares. So we're now ludicrous speed,
For one
and
turn.
off we go.
For one turn.
For one turn, that's fine.
No, forever for the existence of the ship. So where do you? So it doesn't mean we can't turn. I'm gonna follow the arrow.
Fine. There you go.
Give me the arrow.
So I can
Who's-
do an extra 10 feet.
That's 2. I get 8 more squares. Who's the navigator?
Eh.
Oh, show me your arrow.
Yeah, I'll let
Or off. Where to, Christian? Christian,
Siren
you're.
Song.
Yeah, where are we going? Just show me the arrow. Okay, I'm gonna go. Ship continues to cruise. There's 2 more. Give me an arrow. I feel like we're just looking for something in the dark.
You are in the dark. You are in a vicious storm in the middle of astral space, which is every turn you do this, I have to mark this. Your hit points of your ship go down by 20. So right now you're at 340 out of 400.
And there's another one.
And you hear
Yeah,
Candace is getting quite frustrated as she's saying, I need more metal.
Actually,
Okay.
how many?
We can have some of our guys. Don't we have? I'm sure she has more metal in her shop.
She brought a bunch on deck, and she's using her constructs in the back as lightning rods.
So
So-
since we got that last movement awarded, I went 2,
Mhm.
4, 6, 8, I think. So I actually get 10 before you would. 10 is part of the turn, right? 10 is my
Mhm.
whole move. Is the bonus movement.
Okay.
What? Hang on. What was it? It was 30. It was 60. It's
30,
10 squares. Okay, so
No,
right. So there's 2 more.
No, 60 is 2 squares.
85.
60 is 2 squares. This is a 30-foot. When you're on this scale, it's 30
Holy
foot per square.
fuck, man. Well, that's good to know.
Now, as you move forward, you see a burnt-out hull that's continuously being hit by lightning, just spinning slowly in astral space. Whoever was on that ship has long been dead.
Well, technically, I didn't get that far, but okay, I have to move us back a little.
2 squares.
I was gonna kind of reach out telepathically and just have like an open radio,
Okay.
like a signal, if I can.
Sure. You can actually do that. You,
Beep, beep, beep,
of course,
beep,
I'm
beep.
going to put you down as the empathetic character, but yes.
Reveal
And I'm-
yourself.
And I'm looking at Scotty's screen as I'm seeing just on the edge of your vision that burnt out ship spinning and getting hit. All right, you guys going to do another turn, another movement turn?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so
One.
are you going to burn more spells? Are you going to keep the ship trim? Are you going to keep going in a straight line? Is Becca taking out her navigation's instruments, trying to tell you keep going that way?
Yes.
All right.
So the captain is saying, look, we could see something out here.
Yeah, you see a burnt out hull. I mean, literally, it is covered in scorch marks as the lightning just keeps hitting the hull. For how many decades has that piece of hulk's been floating there? You don't know.
Scott, I give you an extra 1 square of movement for trimming the ship.
I give you an extra 10 feet.
All right.
Name that tune.
Okay.
I think we're going on the correct path.
Okay, now I'm there. So we're good. Okay, that's it. Probably took our turn. Now we're gonna take another turn.
And the reason
Mr. Game Master.
every time we take a turn, you're down to 320 hit points of your ship.
Okay, now shoot. I'd like to blast the heal. How do we heal this thing?
Right here.
Let's see.
Emergency repairs.
Okay.
Will be-
Why don't we, since we're here now and we're about to do some activity?
So,
let's see.
are you going to dedicate crew to doing, I'm going to say, combat repairs, emergency repairs?
I will do that. So Scott, you do not get the extra
Alright.
square of movement.
So, you're diverting resources now. So, you're going to lose speed as you go to repairs. Oh, this
Where did we just moved?
This feels so hunt
I
for Red
moved
October
it back
now.
one. Oh, I guess I'd moved it over. Yeah, I meant to move it back one.
All right. And so you get to do 2d10. You rolled a 2. That's a 1 in 100 roll.
No, I rolled a 1d6. That was me.
Okay, sorry. 2d10 plus your stat modifier for repairs.
In ship, what stat mod? That would be my
There's 2 stat
okay.
modifiers for every
Strength.
roll. So you get
2d10 plus 7. Oh,
very good.
Oh.
Slash R. Remember, it's like Unix. Slash
Yeah.
R.
10 and 9.
26.
6.
Way
Okay,
to go.
okay.
Good roll.
All right, so 26 brings you up to 346 now. And mind you, your best person at repair, she's busy trying to prevent you guys from getting fried. All right, so we're going to do another turn. You have to avoid the wreckage in front of you, or else you're going to hit it.
So we'll continue to approach, not as careful as I'd like.
All right, so are you going to try skirting the object in front of you? Okay.
Yeah, what are we going to do? Are we going to land on this thing, y'all?
No.
Right.
We can't move like that, Scott. We have no
Agility.
agility.
I'm going to go and use the little Game Master's room, and when I come
Well,
back, we're
we
going to
can
see what you guys
turn.
do.
All right, we have a 90-degree turn.
Now, okay, yeah, but now we can't trim the ship because I take whatever.
Okay, so
I take the ability away.
so the ship was here, and now we get to move again.
Yeah,
So, what do you guys want to do?
I want to go past this. I don't think this is anything. I think this
Okay.
is just wreckage.
Which
That's
way do you want to go past it?
How would we know if it's wreckage or not?
Yeah, I have to turn.
Oh,
it.
it's not a ghost ship. There's that.
No, it's literally just fucking something getting smacked by lightning. Just pew pew pew, over and over and over again.
So if we turn the ship as like so, does that mean we can't move now?
No, we can turn it 45 degrees, and then I can add 15 feet by trimming the ship, but
Little
not
guy,
30.
I don't need your help. All
So
right.
I can only give you a half a square,
Don't need your help.
essentially. If Scotty can gives you something, anything
One moment,
more.
please. We're in the
I've rolled a 2
rooms.
every single time,
I'll
and
put a
it's
3.
2 times 5 plus a 3. So you get 13 feet.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna roll right past it. We're gonna go Jacques Cousteau style, nice and slow.
You know, the Calypso was a piece of crap.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Hey, that's a tattoo worth having. I might consider that when we get to town. So we're gonna calypso it right across the nose of the deserted ship.
Okay. You pass it as it's rotating, and again, it looks like it's been there forever as you're looking at the scorch marks on it, and you see nothing but burnt out remains and the husks of dead crew.
Does it look like a ghost ship?
If that's the ghost ship, it's pretty tiny.
All right, so we cruise by. It looks like it's a
All right.
wrecked ship
So-
killed by the thunderstorm.
Let me erase 20 hit points from you, so you're back down to 326. As your ship is getting pummeled by the storm. So you definitely feel like there's a time element to you guys getting out of the storm. You guys going to do another movement turn? Because you guys don't need me to do a movement turn now. You guys forgot
We sure are.
where you going to do your resources.
Where is Chance specifically?
She's on the nose of the ship, casting the
Hang on,
rings
moving too
around.
much. Moving too
I rolled
much.
a 25.
That's a good roll.
There we go. That's an extra 33 feet, which is a
That's
square.
another square.
I'm so happy the ways you guys are embracing your roles on the ship.
I think we're getting through the storm here.
Mm-hmm.
So run again, another one, ready?
Yeah. So
Roll.
Scotty, adjust your screen so the viewers can see what's about to happen.
Did you roll? Like somebody roll again? D12? Oh.
Hey, there's a little some. This time's 5.
Oh, man, it's up
Another
ahead.
28 feet.
Dead
That's
ahead.
another-
Hey,
Holy crap! Reverse engines. Reverse engines. Thrusters.
It's almost like that excuse me, asteroid is being attracted to you.
Hang on.
Evade.
Where's mine? Reverse
Evade!
Reverse blast thrusters. Okay, you had said my personal spells, Eric,
Yes.
can transfer to the. Okay, I cast invisibility,
Okay. You
and
can
we cut the engine.
invisibility is one humanoid. It's not the ship. So we had that conversation before.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, you can't cast it on the ship itself because the ship is not a person.
But you can cast spells from the ship.
Yes, you can cast Fireball, for example, and it can be from any point in the ship. Right? So, with that said, you're seeing some things on the screen. Scotty, why don't you zoom in a little bit there? as you're seeing what's going on. I see a hard place and another hard place. The only difference is one of those hard places is moving.
Can we shoot the gap?
You guys can shoot for the gap. You're down to 306 hit points.
Can we also repair in the meantime?
If someone's going to dedicate resources, that means, remember, when you're dedicating crew to repair, that means they're not trimming the ship.
Can we get a... Do you think that this asteroid's going to hit us this round? Navigator?
Is that moving us? Is that a moving
navigator? What's going on? Are we gonna get hit?
Yeah.
Navigation.
Little do they know, I'm up here actually rolling the dice before I respond on which way to go.
I feel like I should be playing The Hunt for October right now. I mean, the music.
Do we
Never
brace
seen
for
that.
impact or can we
That's
skirt
what I'm
this
saying.
thing?
It's moving. Someone with either intelligence or wisdom has to be the navigator.
Yeah, someone. Okay, I'm gonna roll. I gotta know which way
you can't do it. You're captain. That's a navigator thing.
I rolled an 11. Should I
rolled a
re-roll?
13.
You think the asteroid is going
Yes, you should.
downward relative to you? So you think if you stay where you are, it'll probably trim your path. But if you keep moving forward in some form, it will not hit you.
Okay.
Move forward!
Shoot the gap.
Yell out.
Well, no, we're not gonna crash into the asteroid.
You know, if we... my
Let it pass.
professional opinion is we need to move forward and we will miss the asteroid.
Yeah. Now, which way is this ship moving?
I don't think it's moving.
What is this thing?
Well, can somebody
That's
make a roll?
probably the ghost ship, boys and girls.
Yeah, that'd
say
be the ship.
Move forward?
Anybody have a perception that can tell me which way the ship is? It going to the right, left, at us?
I already rolled. I can't roll again.
All right, I'm gonna roll insight, and I do not have advantage. I don't have a clue either as to if that ship's coming at me or not. Okay.
I say let's just move forward.
Okay.
Nobody else can make a roll? Can others make rolls? You said no, Eric?
No. If to move forward, people can make rolls. Now, Tom made a
No,
perception
to make
check.
a detection as to which way the ship is moving.
So the ghost ship is not moving anywhere relative. You're moving relative to it. Tom is going to tell you that whatever that structure is in front of you, it's only about 50 feet high. You can either go above it or below it relative to you. Because he rolled an 18 on his perception. So whatever that is, it's about 50 feet thick. You can either go above or below.
Yeah, so navigator,
Go
I'd
below.
say we climb. No, climb, advantage.
Go below.
above.
There's lightning strikes.
Well, the lightning's all around you, so it's all relative.
Yeah.
And
above.
Becca had told you to ram it full speed and crash into it.
Oh, that'd be a good way to say hello.
Yeah,
Why
she
don't we
really-
just
she
fly
really-
above
she
it?
fumbled on her nav roll. She's like, "Banzai!"
So, Skull, you okay? We're going to fly above.
Sure.
The dice
Alright.
are spoken.
All right, pull back on the stick. So go ahead and now. How much movement do you get this turn? Because you just sidestepped.
Well, I don't know how you want me to represent it. Go ahead. Yeah, we're
No,
going to go up. We're
no,
going to
can
go up.
Go
So-
diagonally forward.
Mr. Christian, are you still? Are you still?
Fair enough, Tom.
I
Are
have
you
not
still
trimmed the
tr-
ship this round.
Then he can turn.
Yes, he can.
Scott,
I don't
you
want
can
to
turn.
turn. Well, I want to turn up. I want to go up over.
You can either turn or side slip one square.
I can get you an extra 20 feet, which is almost
One
a square.
I'll give that to you one square. So Scott, you can side slip because Mr. Christian is not giving you the speed.
Fine, but my aim is to go over the ship, up and over.
Yeah, and this is going this way.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Do one more. And then I'm going to, I have to deduct, you're now at 386 hit points, 286 hit points. Your ship is looking quite battered. I am going to give your ship the over symbol, because believe it or not, I made an over symbol.
If for that round the sails weren't trimmed, can we have them repair?
yep.
Yes.
And that's exactly what I did.
Again,
23 points.
it's all about diverting resources. Where do you want to divert your resources? So 23 brings you up to 309. You're back to 309 hit points. Okay. And then another round's going to go by. Are you going to do any adjustments, trims, navigations, or because right now Scott pulled back on the stick so you can go over whatever the structure is.
Another 20 hit points returned.
We have to
for
move
carrying the-
before we get the
Yeah.
addition of the hit points.
Yes, you have to move first.
So,
And remember your base move
Well,
is
we are moving.
So
we are moving.
I'm giving you one extra square to whatever the base is.
because remember your base is 35, which is a little over a square. That's why I'm rounding
got-
it for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we're
squares.
moving on the z-axis, as
Yes.
it were. We're moving
Correct.
towards us right now, but we're
Yeah.
still moving.
Real Wrath of Khan shit here, yes.
So we're
So
going
we
to
can
leave the
move.
icon where it is, but it's basically floating up to go over.
You have to go over. So you're pulling up one square.
So we just basically, go up the side of the cruise ship. How'd that move?
Captain, two-dimensional thinking. How could Khan think two-dimensionally if he's a genius? I never understood that. Of course, he'd be thinking three-dimensionally. All right, so you notice there's this big, long arm structure here that you're now going over. All right, and I'm deducting now. Christian, you rolled what, 20 hit points?
I did. So,
So 20 damage, 20 repair. You're now putting a lot more crew members on damage control, obviously. Okay, next movement turn.
Let me add.
Remember, more than one of you can do a roll. That's why I'm shocked that Tom is sitting here enjoying the show, where you haven't put him to work.
Well, that's all right. That's not my role.
If not, I'm going to have him start making Sean Connery impersonations.
Yeah, perception rolls are
If they're
welcome. Insight rolls are welcome.
His perception helped you out to tell you to go over this. That was very helpful.
what is this? I yell out as I say, "Trim the ship. Let's get some speed."
Yeah.
It's a logo, an old logo.
Now, are we high enough, Eric? I could start to nav over it.
Yes. Now, I'm going to let you in a little secret. As you go over it, it grounds out the lightning and you take 0 damage.
Oh God!
So there's a moment of calm as you realize the lightning storm is hitting whatever you're on right now.
Go this way.
Okay, turn the ship.
If we were to land on this object, would that put us back in contact with the lightning?
No, actually, because this structure seems humongously big.
All right. Just checking.
You realize this isn't the ghost ship.
What is
some
this
Pentagon.
F? That's right here. Anybody know?
That would be maybe a history. I might know. I have a 0 in history.
Here,
Big F.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at it and describe it to you.
Okay.
It is the number 4.
Or an F.
Okay, it's a
Or F.
right. Give him a little notepad.
Used from service.
Anybody have history? I got no clue what this is.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you could still roll. I'll make a roll. So, I just don't get. No.
I rolled a 16, I guess.
You
Scott
don't get
rolled,
advantage.
Scott rolled a 1. He is asleep in history class.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the wolf did
Not seeing
describe it to
anything
us.
Familiar about that.
Nope, none of you.
Not even a 16? Oh, man.
Not even a 16. Now, it's curious, but as you start moving, I'm going to say relatively north, since there's no relative, you notice whatever this armature is hanging out there is broken and just drifting in astral space. But it's attached to something.
I yell at Candace, hey, can you use anything from this?
You notice as you're saying that, little pieces of debris are beginning to come up off the arm and spin around your ship. And it's like, yes. In fact, if we can stay here for a few minutes, I can do some repairs.
Okay.
As the pieces of metal begin to go into the breaches and damage on your ship, she automatically repairs 40 points. So you're back up to 349. She says, good news is I was able to do some repairs. Bad news is I just burnt 2 of my highest level spells.
Okay. Can we get an additional repair from the crew?
Mm-hmm. The crew, if you want to put the crew on it, the crew can do battle repairs per the rules.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make the rolls. And remember, battle repairs are not permanent repairs. This is when I've been reading, like, they would take sails and fill them full of garbage and shove them in the holes and then breach them with a board, and that's how they do a battle repair.
I'll be back.
So, you guys are doing battle repairs, not permanent repairs. You.
I do shall be
Is she doing better repairs? She's obviously doing better repairs than us.
Remember, she is. She has the ability to actually mend objects. She does constructs. And so her ability is actually to repair, right? Or create, right? Because she does constructs. So her repairs are permanent.
Okay.
Problem is, for each 20 points that she does at this point, it's burning a level 4 spell.
Oh.
Like, whoop. That's going to drain the tank real quick. And she has last level 4 spells putting up the ring around you. So the tank is empty.
That's we can survive. Once these guys get back, are we gonna be going
This is a team sport right now.
this way? Maybe we can try to skirt across the way.
Mm-hmm. But you can see why most ships wouldn't have made it this far.
Make it to here so we can continually not take damage. That's kind of
Yeah,
what
rotate another 15.
yeah. And then we can get to here. That would be 1, 2, 5 squares to get to here.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if we don't have any, if we're not taking any damage, we could just, I would say, get there. Say, what, 2
Okay.
turns? And then if not, we can then re-explore, go back down to the south.
Okay. If that's your plan.
Would I know anything about, like, this is just my character guessing that this pillar, obviously it goes here. This is probably where it connects. I'm thinking about it. I think that's the wrong way to go.
Well, we can't do full speed ahead, so we can
I
definitely move them and repair.
I think this is a dead end.
Why?
I think this is the way to go.
Why?
Because if you
Oh, there's a red light over there.
there is a red. What the fuck? Because yeah, look, it would. Oh, never mind. It's not there anymore. But either way, if you go, this piece right here should be connected right here where my white line is, which means that it extends out this way. The fact that it goes this way means it leads to nothing.
All right.
So if
There's a
we
future engineer in the room.
if we go down this way, we'll probably hit something here, and then we'll find another arm that'll go up and to the right. I'm assuming this is probably like a little box, a trapezoid or a rhombus shape or something.
Oh, engineers don't make assumptions.
I think we have to go down this way to the southeast if up is north. And then we can go
And for the purpose of this conversation, we'll call it relative north.
yeah, so we're gonna go down this way and then probably up this way and then probably this way. That'll be the safest route.
So it takes what, one full turn to rotate?
But we're safe because this thing is taking all the lightning damage, so we don't have to worry about that.
So
we
I'm
can
gonna.
just-
Several rounds have gone by, so I'm gonna give you guys 400 hit points temporary, but you guys need basically to spend a full day repairing your ship now.
That's okay. We could do that.
So let's get a move on.
We're gonna move without Scott, your dad, and Tom.
Oh, are they not back?
No.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Oh,
Yeah, you're looking at
Maybe
different
we're
screen. You have to work on the mixing there.
Or you just need another screen. Having 3 screens is phenomenal.
No, I'm talking about he has limited video feeds he has to work with.
So he can
Right.
stream his video from
Correct. In fact, what I see a lot of folks do is on Discord is they set the streaming up there, and you can actually set up a template to do it, but it takes a little work, right? And what you do is you put the game map in the center, and you put all the players on the side.
God,
So, So, yep. A little work there. Becca, is that your emotional support, familiar?
I was brave yesterday.
It's funny as I'm looking at me well out of sync now. But yeah. So, as soon as the boys get back, we'll creep through the dark clouds.
I did some final emotional letting go-ness yesterday, so
Good.
I've emerged from my cocoon.
Is that why you're squeezing the hell out of your cat?
Because I did a hard thing, yes. And why I went and got a quilt. New day. I am forward-looking all of a sudden.
Scotty, what does Rumble look like it's on a delay? Do you have it like on a 15-second delay or something?
I believe so.
Just wondering, in case you're trying to censor us. You have a big censor button just in case, you know?
No, I do fucking not. No, I only have it 2 seconds.
Rumble.
Well, I just checked because I did the hand movement and I noticed it didn't show up yet. So
check your little slider
1001,
bar.
1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Yeah, we're talking like 45 seconds.
I just saw that.
Interesting.
But let's see. Oh, we lost. Are we down 4 players now? No, 3 players now?
What?
I-
No.
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 No. We keep losing players.
My sister and I finished a 3,000 piece Where's Waldo puzzle.
You did a puzzle? Oh my god.
It's 3,000 pieces, and where's Waldo? So it's ridiculous.
Redonkulous.
Let's see. Maybe I can hook up to Discord on my phone and show you how stupid it is.
Yeah, you can. I do it all the time. Especially when you guys ping me. That's okay. We're still missing Scott. Meanwhile, Becca is showing us what her 3,000 piece puzzle looks like. Oh, there you go, Becca. You're live and direct.
So direct. Now I have to figure out how to move my camera.
I'm direct. Full effect. Becca from.
I'll just flip it around.
I
I'm
can do
sure
that.
there's a rotate function because I've used it before.
There it is. All right. Here is a
Oh, wow.
3,000 piece Where's Waldo puzzle.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that would drive me crazy.
It took the entire table, and the pieces are horrible. Seriously, every single piece I was holding up to the box. It was playing Where's Waldo with every piece individually.
Oh my god, it's like 6 colors. The whole thing's like 6 colors.
It's
would-
horrible.
Drive me up the wall.
And there's 4 missing because this was a gift from my sister's in-laws to my sister, and she kept it on their dining table for about
Mhm.
a year. And then we got a giant puzzle mat and brought it over here, and
Sure,
It
the
was okay
cat,
with-
the cat didn't eat any of them.
no, probably her in-laws vacuum cleaner.
Where is Waldo?
He is right there.
Ah,
There he is.
Yep.
Where's
everybody jump him.
our Spelljammer pilot?
I get his shoes.
He's right here.
You get Waldo's shoes or the pilot's shoes?
I get his shoes. I don't care.
There he is.
Uh-oh.
Do-do-do-do.
Okay.
Howdy.
You
What?
guys talk among yourselves. You guys know what to do.
So while you guys were gone, we deemed that going up this way is not the move because this arm right here is broken off, and normally that arm should probably go up this way somewhere. So this arm leads us to nowhere. It's like a walk in the plank. That's why we deemed we are going to now go this way over the protection so we don't get injured. So we basically can just move, and we can just go as fast as possible. No damage
How do we
to the
know?
ship.
How do we know this is the inside of the wing and not the outside part of the wing?
Well, I mean, just looking at this should be going this way, or right,
Yeah.
but it's broken. You can
No,
see
I
the
understand. I
cracks.
heard what was shared. Yeah. Okay. I'm
that's-
just saying,
that's-
how do we know the mother's?
don't.
It's the semantics.
It's just
So we'll
the
go
same
this way. Should we go this way?
this way.
Right on. Okay. There's
Alright.
one.
Lightning is hitting whatever you're flying over right now, not you.
Oh,
And
that's
we also chant got us up to our full health, 400 hit points, but they're all like temporary. We'll have to spend about a day doing repairs at some point.
okay. All right.
So-
We're heading towards the end here.
Well, that's what we just did.
No, those are emergency repairs. We have to do like actual repairs. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Now what?
Oh, see, look at this. We want to go this way or keep going following the path?
I just want to know what that is.
Well, you saw a light flash earlier, then it went away.
I don't know.
I say let's continue on down the line of the ship, but keep our eyes on whatever that is to the left. Is that
Okay.
below?
The barbarian thinks, because he's done a lot of armor before, that you're flying over what looks like a large mechanical arm, where the base of that arm is 150 feet across.
We should disable the arm.
I think it's disabled already. It's just sitting there floating in astral space.
Okay, so this could be part of a large articulated something attached to something larger.
Yeah, yeah.
Why don't we repair the arm and then take whatever thing this is?
Well, first we need to figure out what it is that we're looking at.
We can be planet destroyers. Just pick
No,
a planet and you just kind of smash it. You know what I mean? Like two hands. Like
So
a-
you see,
like a fly.
Candace is taking notes in her book as you guys are flying over this, and it says, "Do you guys realize the surface we're flying over is curved?" It says, "If this
Jay-Z
is a
is pretty curved
surface,"
too.
and it says, "Judging for the enunciation of the curve and the direction, we're flying over something that's miles across, maybe even bigger."
All right. Let's start going north, maybe.
We could.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
Turn the ship. Go relative north.
And for those who are interested, this was all drawn using Dungeon Draft. Again, the lightning is striking the structure you're flying over and not you.
Nice.
Chant is maintaining her spell because if she drops it, she will not be able to recast it.
Oh, we'll just cruise down. Now, what is this we're coming up across here? Like a
No idea.
Something either you have to go around or over.
oh,
Real good.
Go over.
okay. I'm gonna
Through.
nudge. Let's nudge a little bit this way.
Okay.
Because I know that freedom is this way for the ship. I mean, it's open space out here.
Can I tell with a 23 anything that could help us?
You're gonna tell him at the 23, stay low and try not to hit anything.
Eh.
I'll go with that.
Well, yeah, we should follow this up.
This is that arm we came down earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's no friendly shadows here, right?
Nope.
That's a radioactive symbol. So is this one.
Then you see this thing smashes into the structure next to you, and you hear a reverberation as it bounces off and starts going this way.
Fly over there and get all the parts and pieces for her, for Candace. Get all the junk.
17. Does that look like it's happened before? That
Yeah,
ship
yes. You're
smashed
looking
up?
at the amount of dents and bruises, and what you're flying over right now seems to be missing its skin. The object flies and bounces against what looks like the arm you just came from. You hear another reverberation like it's about to bounce back.
I'm ready.
One ping only.
Oh. Well, go
What do you
ahead.
do now?
Whoever just turn it. Go ahead. Keep moving the way you want to go.
Okay. You notice that the object seems to have hit the arm that you guys just left and comes smashing back into the hole, reverberating yet again, making a loud noise.
Is it doing at a specific pattern or frequency?
No. Mm-mm. It looks like it just got stuck bouncing off of objects. Again, to the north, relative to you, you see a flashing red light that goes away very quickly. Almost like it's something that you should be working, but it's not.
Check it out.
Well, it's just say this ghost ship is so is a wounded duck out, a wounded massive whale. Out
When I
here.
say massive, says Candace, this is the size of a continent. As you start flying over what looks like writing in common,
This looks like an airlock. A2.
it says that if that's a door, that's a big freaking door.
It is. Would expect nothing less from an airlock. And I believe that says bay, B-A-Y, to the right.
That means ships go in there.
Uh-huh.
You guys want to go
Except-
around it or just over it?
Just go around it, probably.
Go this way.
Yep.
Okay. You begin to approach, and as you fly over, the door opens up.
It was around.
Oh,
A glowing blue light strikes the ship, and you're drawn in.
oh
Of
my
course it does.
goodness.
And of course it is.
F5.
Whoops, hang on. I just did something by accident.
That's okay. You can do it.
I'm using some of the new tools, and sometimes the new tools don't like me. If you automatically drag one map on top of another map, it now makes a folder.
Oh, you're gonna have 10 billion folders.
All right, so
We're
what
blind.
do you guys are blind. Okay, one moment, please. I'm about to give you vision all at once.
Night vision goggles.
Okay, and you guys, whoops. And hang on, one more thing. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give you vision. I'm gonna give you night vision. I'm gonna give you no effects, none. Save. You guys see now?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
We can.
Okay, let me just make this 300. All right, so you guys should be able to see right now that you're in this big bay. In the bay you're in, you see a massive door in front of you, and the door behind you shuts. To the left and right of you, or up and down, you see two destroyed spelljammers in a massive state of decay. You see scaffolding and what looks like other vessels in here, which are fairly pristine. The only thing that seems to be illuminated outside of the lights in here is a console over in this corner. Candace says as she brings her spell down, should we talk about the Balrog in the room? As she points at the two destroyed spelljammers.
Let's go get him. I want
That's
these.
not what I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah, those are cute. Can I have them for parts? No. Why are there two destroyed spelljammers in here?
Dibs.
Because
All
I've
right.
been
I tell her, I think you
same
know
as
why.
We have.
Mm-hmm. And again, this map was done in Dungeon Draft. It says, the crew looks like they've been burnt to carbon.
Yeah, I'm not a perception. I mean, I'm not a perception person or investigation person. So
Do you guys bring the ship forward? Do you land the ship? What do you do now?
We're gonna land it right in the middle.
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, for these adventures you're about to go on, I will be shifting through different scales, right? So I'm going to put your characters on here, but please note, this is a 30-foot scale. That means for most of you, in combat, you only can move one square. Are you guys ready to have your characters put on the game board?
Yes.
Okay.
sure.
And again, this is a 30-foot scale.
So one last thing. This looks like this ship here is visibly better shape than this other ship in the corner.
No,
right?
they're both totally fucked.
Oh. Well, that makes it fun.
Yeah, they've been something toward them a new asshole. In fact, I have to make you guys all the same size this time because the scale's off.
Gen Z waits in the ship until everything's okay, because otherwise I'm going to fire ship weapons.
I'm up here in the helicopter as.
That's right.
I get a height advantage.
Yes, you do. Fine. So you guys are looking around now. Chant walks forward and says, "Hello." Candace is like, "Hello."
I'm gonna yell back, Chant, what's this over here?
I'll
maybe
come and
this.
check.
I'm
So
gonna look at these ships right here.
they're cute. They're about 25 feet across.
Little personal runabouts.
Mm-hmm.
Can we take one?
Probably. So Chant goes and she's touching the door and she's using her innate powers. And she says that there's power flowing through this, but this is a damage. She pauses for a moment and says, "This ship? I'm wrong. It's much bigger than we think." And she spends half a minute or so to walk down to this console. And she starts touching the console. She says, "This ship is broken. It's not talking to itself very well. Not like the Spelljammer where everything kind of works. It's pieces. And also she screams. She screams bloody murder. As you notice, the console opens up and takes her entire arm and captures it inside the console.
What sort of emotions is Princess Candace giving off right now?
Fear, anxiety, pain.
Wait. I hold Mongo back just gently. I was like, just wait. Just wait.
Those screams.
Just
He's
wait.
like, "Let me finish."
Listen,
You're sick.
Ew.
Genzi, you got my back here?
Oh,
He's not here.
listening to the screams.
You hear a relaxing voice, a relaxing male voice saying, "Pure strain human detected. Initiating dynamic genetic sample." As you hear her yell, "Initiating replication samples. Putting cataloging on file. Need catalog name." And starts repeating this over and over again. "Need catalog name. Identify.
Jeffrey.
You say that?
Alive.
Yep.
Jeffrey? Sample identified as Jeffrey. Identifying Jeffrey. Giving coordinates to Jeffrey. Making Jeffrey part of crew complement. Jeffrey is now catalyzed. The opening of the console opens up. She pulls out her arm. The clothing she had on is completely removed. And there are several prick marks down her arm. On her arm is a large multicolored band that's glowing right now.
Oh.
And it says on it in common, Jeffrey. It says, "Jeffrey now identified as crew. Welcome aboard, Jeffrey. Pure strain human."
Jeffrey is going to be able to open doors for us and other things in future, I think.
Mm-hmm. Now, she says, she points at the little pricks down her arm, which are a series of little tiny pricks, like a bunch of needles went into her arm, and she goes, "Ow."
I don't know. I like the performance that you had about like 45 seconds ago.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this one.
I come over, I give her some first aid.
Okay, she was only down 5 points, so you fix her up. And
Does
she's-
Candace take Jeff as a name?
Excuse me, sir, but fuck you. First thing she does is she takes the band and she finds out she can remove it, she can put it back on, she can remove it, she feels good. She said, I think this is just an identifier.
Got that right.
All right. Can you identify opening that door?
Well, I need to do a test.
Well, let's go.
She
over here.
hands the band to Torsion. Torsion, do you take it?
I guess.
You touch it and you take it from her, and as soon as you take it from her, it stops glowing. It's just what I thought. She takes it back from you. This will only identify you if you have key characteristics.
DNA coded.
I have key characteristics. In fact, I have key in general.
Yeah, your key characteristics is fleas.
That's not entirely true. That only happened once.
Please.
You know, I've known you for months. I've never seen you bathe, she says.
Well,
You have fleas.
You know what? I might make fun of that mangy mud, but unless you want to fire it right up your ass, leave him alone. Don't fight. I'm
All
trying
right. So she says, are we going to take anything while we're here, or...
what's on this ship?
This ship, the two spelljammers look like they've been here for a very long time, and then they are in a state of decay. There's nothing of value on them.
I want to.
This object over here.
That is a fair-sized vessel,
What I thought.
right? Look, it's 90 feet across, and it's quite durable. It's probably, unless you can power it up, you're not moving it with your spelljammer. So this is where you're gonna say, where do you want to use your Candace resource? You want her
Which
to open the
vessel are you
door?
talking about?
He's talking about the wedge-shaped one to the north.
This one.
Can we get in it?
There is a door, but it doesn't seem to have power. Now, again, you probably have some. This is where you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do with the one resource that can probably do this.
Well, I mean, does anyone have any, go against Candace opening whatever this door is? This little ship-looking thing?
Well, I wanted to get these ones on the south. These little small personal ones. That would be pretty cool. But we can do the big one. I mean, what are we gonna?
Those little tiny ones are gonna get us killed.
I'm sensing greed all of a sudden. It just amazes me.
Just put one, make a little landing dock for it right here on the back of the squall line.
Well, you can strap it back there for the moment.
It's just as big, for crying out loud.
Because now you're going to hit the point where she's going to have to figure stuff out, and that's going to take hours. But if you want to take that, fine. Spend the time and secure one of those little things. I'm not going to give it a name yet, to the back of your ship if you want to take one.
Sick.
We're not going to use names
You're
yet.
a barbarian. You can't even use it.
I can fly it. I can cast spells.
Actually, I believe the barbarian has spacecraft on his character sheet.
Can you crap? What spell do you know? Light?
Light, daylight, lesser restoration.
No, but this isn't a spelljammer. So let me
Oh.
just
Suck
check
it.
something. It's a spaceship, and let me
Womp
check.
womp.
Look,
there you go.
the barbarian has vehicle space on his character sheet. Because he's from Wild. Remember, the barbarian's from Wild Space,
That's right.
right?
I
Anyone?
can fly these.
And I believe Zyron Zong. Hang on for a second. I'm checking. I'm going into Zyron right now. And on her character sheet, she has vehicle space, which means both those characters can manage these craft. You have
Suck
it on your character sheet. So suck it. All right. Are we losing Scott?
I'm here.
If we're losing Scott, we'll play another 15 minutes and call it quits. So
Let's keep going.
So Candace says, what's the plan now besides looting? Which, it's funny is, do we loot now and leave calling it a win, or do we go inside the big ominous doors that scraped
Jeffrey.
me up?
Can we draw
Jeffrey?
a chalk door?
If you want, you can draw a chalk door.
See if it
That'd
works.
be pretty cool.
Or
No,
or
it's-
maybe like a window somewhere
Yeah, maybe up
Do-
here.
through the other side.
That'd be pretty cool. We got that chalk.
For
You
the
guys can-
purposes of what?
To see through. See what's
Huh?
on the other side.
Well, I have a funny feeling holds up her arm. The wristband's gonna get us through.
All right, Jeffrey, open the door. That's
yeah,
my vote.
I am worried that name's gonna stick. She says.
Oh, you know it will.
All right, she comes up over here, and she puts her hand on the console. I don't know how to work the controls, but I have empathy with the mechanics of this. She says, "When you're ready, tell me, and I will open the door."
I'm gonna get closer.
Okay, you guys put wherever you want to be.
Can I kill the lights in here?
Kill the lights in the room. No. So when you're ready, the door opens.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm gonna ready in action to cast darkness.
All right.
We don't need to be
You
in-
see a long, wide corridor. This corridor is 210 feet wide and almost 500 feet long. It is designed for vessels bigger than yours.
Hey, grab an orc and throw him through there.
She looks
No,
down
no.
there saying, "Do we need a bigger boat?"
My vessel is bigger than yours. My vessel brings all the orcs to the yard.
Do we
Eric,
wanna
can I rip off one of these tentacles? And how long are these tentacles?
They're about 25 feet long and they're dried up husks right now. So if you wish to rip one off, go right ahead.
All right, I was gonna use that, but I guess I don't need to since we moved the squall line in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well,
Alright.
she's walking down here. And she said, I don't see any controls here, she says. Hang on for a second. And
Jeffrey,
and
door.
as she's working it, you guys notice that after she enters, the door begins to shut, Mongo and Zyron Zong.
Oh, see ya.
She says,
Run, Siren Song and
And-
Mongo.
and that's what she
Dive
says.
under the door.
she goes, "Oh, the damn thing's keyed to me. When I walk through, it automatically starts sealing it."
Oh,
So do you guys run through, or you want her to run back?
All right.
uh-oh.
All right, so it takes several minutes, but the big door shuts. As soon as the big door shuts, this door over here begins to open.
F5.
Okay. F5, that's a good idea.
Okay, places and spaces. Now I'm gonna fire something from the ship in the event.
Okay, the doors open up. And you guys may not like this.
I'm gonna cast invisibility.
Sure.
On me and the ship. Will that affect me and the ship, Eric? My invisibility?
What the heck?
Did you? Awesome. As you enter, the vision you see is the distance that your ship can see through the haze. You're immediately in an area surrounded by what looks like a forest with water. I'd like you to note the scale of this map is each square is 2 miles,
Oh,
Gootski.
that's
right?
huge.
And the door opens up and you are several hundred feet above the ground as your ship comes floating out into this area. You see what looks like a forest environment with actually underneath you is a swamp. And then you hear Candace is looking over the side saying, "Are we done? Can we go back now?" All right, we found the ghost ship. Yeah.
No, we want to conquer the ghost ship.
Yeah,
As
that's crazy.
yeah. So here's what I did. This is the first time I am using Explorer mode. As you move across this map, it will leave a trail on the map of where you have been.
Oh.
I can't move the ship though.
You can move the ship. I'm just saying, in fact, all players can move the ship. But before you. Well, it's probably because it's right here. You guys can move the ship. You're going to move one square at a time. And we're going to. And there's some things out there for you to encounter. But the ship you're on is much bigger than you thought. So, I'm going to let you in on what Dungeons and Dragons reference this is. Right? This is actually one of the oldest Dungeons and Dragons references ever done. This is the third campaign setting that TSR, which is the former Wizards of the Coast, actually set. And I'm going to give you a link to it. And I have adopted it in celebration of the 50th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons. And let me put it in the chat.
Today
Your
is?
spell gem. Nope. It is called Metamorphosis Alpha. This is the third Dungeons & Dragons supplement that ever came out. It is about the lost colony ship, the Warden, using Dungeons & Dragons rules.
Yeah.
Right? And so, right?
I love that.
And so, just so you know, I thought this was kind of amusing.
Hey, can somebody play this ship? I gotta bug out. I'm not holding it together tonight, so I gotta.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up in 5 minutes. Then, if
I
you're
don't want
down.
to crash the
Mhm.
party.
No.
It's too early. I get up too early sometimes.
Nope. I think you guys have to do some thought, anyways, about exploring. And so, to put it blunt, this is one level of the ship, and I have mapped out key levels for you to explore. And there are key encounters in this adventure.
The ship is like a city, huh?
Have we gotten any experience? I don't think we got any the last
No.
game either.
No, I'm going to give you experience this time because you did exploration. So would you guys like experience?
Sure.
Later, friend.
All right, so you guys are going to get... Hang on for a second. For exploring and getting here and figuring out the puzzles, right?
What are we at?
62,550.
Yep. That's what I have.
See, what do we get? 6,800.
So you guys would have gotten less if you didn't figure out about the grounding and the storms and do your rolls, etc. And what I mean rolls is the rolls of the ship. So,
69,350.
all right, very good.
And that's enough to level up.
Oh yeah.
I heard a popping noise. Did you guys hear a popping noise? I heard a popping noise. Bing.
Love that.
I feel like we should ring a cowbell or something when that happens.
It gives me a feat too.
Ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I want to level up as.
So,
I gotta see.
put some thought into it.
I need my
Right,
book.
and so you said, what's the total now?
69,350.
50, thank you. Okay, oh, there it is. There it is.
Fighter.
Now, if there's a feat, I will let you guys take the cleave feat if you want. You just have to manually put it in.
Barbarian.
Yeah, there are many feats.
Feats are fun. I usually don't use feats when I'm early on, but later on, feats are wonderful. I don't think this is a feat level because you're at level 10, but yeah. So I'm forcing you guys to do exploration encounters and blah, blah, blah. And again, this is the first time using Explorer mode, so you're going to have this trail behind you as you go through these areas.
Oh, I get to maybe. I don't know.
So I'm turning on all the bells and whistles and roll 20 for this one.
I have to look up what I want to do. If I want to take another level in Barb and go to a level 8 Barbarian, or go a level 3 Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I don't know what to do.
Well,
I have
talk
to.
among, this is a good time to talk among yourselves. Figure it out.
Let's see.
What do you want to do when you grow up, Christian?
Yeah. I don't get that. So get the 15.
So I came up with 5 story ideas or encounter ideas for you guys with the rumors. And you guys did your stuff, and then you chose this, and then I built this. Right. So this was a lot of fun to build if you haven't figured it out.
Oh, I could do superiority die. Actually, I gotta see what all of the compendium fighter.
Hmm.
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 I might do slasher. Just
Mm-hmm.
slow someone down by 10 feet every time I hit them.
Well, I have intimidating presence now. That means every Christmas I intimidate you with my presence. All right, never mind.
I was eating, so I couldn't do the bum bum.
Strike that from the record, please.
Mm-hmm.
Is there no other fighter archetypes that?
There should be a bunch of sub archetypes now.
Let me ARCH.
Should have some sub classes now. Yeah, I didn't think you guys were gonna do the whole Metamorphosis Alpha. I think that was a real kick. I had to dig into the archives for that one.
Oh.
You didn't imagine us at this point? Tonight, at least?
I didn't think you were gonna pick this path because again, I each of the rumors I gave you when you guys were doing your rumor gathering over the past 2 games were all pointing to very old Dungeons & Dragons supplements. And when I talked about the ghost ship, I think you guys had this thinking that it was probably this regular sized ship with dead pirates on it, and Scooby Doo was trying to figure out who was wearing the sheet. But yeah.
I found them all.
So I thought I didn't think you're gonna think that the ghost ship is actually this massive multi-story adventure.
Oh, for some reason I had it bad.
No.
I was just saying, for some reason I stuck in my head the image of the Flying Dutchman.
Yep, I did that intentionally.
It was that was too limiting a vision. You know, it's not Wagner, folks. It's it's Heinlein or The Expanse or somebody.
Oh, Expanse, very good reference. I want more Expanse. Damn it, Amazon. So, with that said, this is the thing: is you guys are inside the fish tank now, and I made it so you could take your spell jammer with you. That was the positive about this. And Candace is going to do some calculations. She's going to say, based on the curvature and its egg shape, she's going to say, I think this thing is 50 miles across. And it's probably a good 10 or 15 miles high. So you guys have a lot to explore. And so you guys can stay here as long as you want. And when you give up, you're going to leave and go back. Right? But I'm just saying the adventure is up to you to find at this point. I have put seeds inside the Warden. It's called the Warden because the guy who wrote the book is called Warden. And so he used his own name for this. And it's really interesting. Metamorphosis Alpha went through 4 editions. I have all 4. That matched the D&D editions for first. It went from 1st edition. It skipped the 3rd edition D&D, 4th edition D&D, and 5th edition D&D. So I had the current version. And he wrote 3 books using 20 different authors. They're an anthology series about the adventures of the Warden, which I read all 3 of those over the years. right? Very fascinating stuff. And so I was like, you guys pick something which was like, they're not going to pick this. They're not going to pick this. And then Scotty's like, oh, this is the quickie. Let's just do this quickie on the side before we go and take on the Neverwinter 3. So I didn't see it going this way. I'm very happy. It's like, boy, didn't see it coming down this way. Did you guys like the storm around the ship as you guys came in?
Yes.
Nice effect.
Damn.
Yeah, the map and the effect too.
You don't have the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide
No, I hated
Explorers-
that. I hated that book.
or the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount.
I don't have that one. Let me check.
Wildemount.
Wildemount.
Is that the one? Let me check. I have some books I haven't activated. So if you give me a minute, let me check if it's in my list.
I had noticed, but I didn't want to say anything.
Echo Knight.
Let me see if I have that. No. One moment. I only can have so many things in there before things start getting kind of messy, so that's why I have to be cautious sometimes.
Oh. That's sick. The Echo Knight is so cool.
Wizards of the Coast. And if you haven't noticed, I prefer nowadays to use third-party creative people versus Wizards of the Coast stuff, just because I like to have the fact that independent writers get paid. I like to have independent writers get the benefit of their works. And I like to celebrate independent writers. I think they come up with some of the best materials. And
Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next week.
okay,
Go on.
Have yourself a good night.
Have a good
take it
weekend.
easy. I'm gonna look for this one book, and then I'm gonna call it quits.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking at a million different feats going up and down.
Well,
Just
take your
repeating.
when you hit this level, take your time.
The Rune Knight's kind of cool. as
Okay,
the fighter.
the whole Wildermount thing, I don't have it. That's number one. Number two is I'm trying to see if it's available. Okay, what's included in this package? 3 new subclasses, 15 new spells. Adventure. I don't use their adventures if you haven't figured that out yet. I don't care about their NPCs.
Oh.
6 sub-races. I'm seeing some subclasses like the Echo Night Fighter. Is that what you want as the Echo Night Fighter?
That was just one thing that I looked at. I'm looking at the Sky Warrior and was it Asha's? I think.
What is an Echo Night Fighter?
Basically, from what it seems like, you can conjure an echo 15 feet from you that has an AC of 14 plus your proficiency.
All right. Well, I'll between this game and the next, don't level up yet. Let me think about this because I want to make my purchases wisely.
Yeah, I'm also looking at the Psy Fighter right now.
Okay.
Becomes a Psy empowered warrior.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I want to know what the Purple Dragon Knight is. Even though I know you're not going to get it.
No, you guys do your research first. I am going to call it quits then. This was a fun. I love the Hunt for October session we had,
Mm-hmm.
and I will talk to you guys next week.
Sweet.
All right. See ya.
Have a good night.
Purple.
Just the two of us.
Two of us. You make it, we try.
Dude, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm still looking at feats. I might do Eldritch Adept if I can get something specifically good, but I have to go through each of them. Because there's like probably 25, 30.
The purple Dragon Knight's kind of shitty. It's a support.
I'm not going to level up now.
No, I'm not either. I think I'm gonna get.
I want to try to increase my wisdom by 1, because that'll give me a point in AC too.
I think I'm gonna get to level 9 barbarian, because then my. Actually, I don't even. Oh. I gotta see what I get on Path of the Storm Herald. Like, because I don't have. I'm just looking at the book right now of like a generic barbarian. I get brutal critical, so I get extra stuff. This is kind of nice, the relentless rage, whereas like I can keep fighting. Drop to 1 hit point instead. That's pretty cool. I might go 11 levels of barbarian and then do the rest in fighter.
Oh, I see. I see what you're doing.
Then I could get up to there, but then I don't know what I get in between for being the Path of the Storm Herald. Need to look at that. Okay, get the Storm 6 at 10. Oh, that's cool. At 10th level for Path of the Storm Herald, each creature of your choice has damage resistance you gain from the Storm Soul while the creature is in your Storm Aura. So if they're around me, they have resistance to lightning damage. Six. What do I get? Then I get second, third, fifth. You have advantage on initiative roll.
All right, dude. I'm going to peace
I
out.
don't get another.
I gotta drive
like
home.
any other. All right, I'll catch you on the flippity flip. I don't get any. Oh, here it is, 8th and 12th. So I would get this one.
Oh, did you say that you would get Power World? Or so you're going to look at it?
I'm thinking about it. I've heard a lot of like fun stuff about it. Like,
Honestly, dude, it's a lot of fun. It's like Conan.
yeah, and you just get to fucking tame shit, and you just get to like fucking
Yeah,
run around.
it's like Conan style. You can like grab onto anything and just climb. You got stam and weight and all that. And then the arc sense, but more like, you know, I don't want to say Pokemon related because you're not like, fuck Nintendo.
Why?
Nintendo's suing Power World or the creators of Power World.
They're literally fucking Pokemon.
They're close. So if you look
really
at
fucking,
if you look up Grisbolt, look up Grisbolt, and then look up Electabuzz. Yeah, Grizz.
Grisbolt. That's fucking Electabuzz.
Electabuzz.
There was one that's like Lucario. Anubis is the OP Lucario. How to get Lucario in Pal World. AKA Anubis. They're literally the same exact thing.
Oh, yes, I didn't know. I thought the Anubis was great. I have one with me 24/7. All right, I gotta take a leak. I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah. All right, I'll catch you on the flippy flip.
See you, feller.
See ya.
And just like that, we're out.